Whenever you're considering applying for a new credit card, auto loan, or any loan, do you ever fear getting denied? Well, in this video, I want to talk about how you can increase your odds of getting approved for any credit card or loan that you want. Let's get into it. We're taking a look at our credit profile. We have our payment history, our credit card utilization, our length of credit, our new credit, and our credit mix. And our payment history is 35% and our utilization is 65%. So we really want to make sure that we are pulling our credit report to see where is our standing. So we want to pull our credit report and our credit score with each of the three credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. And so let's say if we take a look at our credit report and we see that we have a thin profile, possibly after the 3 months or so, you can see if Discover or whoever you get that secured credit card with, see if they can graduate that card so you can get your money back, one, and graduate to a unsecured credit card. But then two, let's say if you have a pretty, good profile, but you see that either your payment history is not good or your credit utilization is high, then you can see about repairing your credit. Because I think that if you want to increase your credit score fast, the quickest way of doing that is by tackling our credit card utilization. And when you go onto the Experian site, it's going to tell us if we want to be high achievers, we want to have our credit utilization 7% or less. But if you have high credit card utilization, I think if you take it from like 50% to 30%, you will see a high increase on your credit score. So you want to check that out. When you are applying for a new credit card, what are you thinking about the most? If I'm going to get approved, what's the interest rate? What's my credit limit, or what's the points or categories on that credit card? Let me know in the comments, what are you thinking about the most? The next thing that we want to take a look at is the rules for that credit card company. I had applied for the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. At that time, I wanted to make sure, okay, what was my credit score? Because, some credit cards, you have to have excellent credit. And so you want to make sure, is my credit score over a 700? And so that's what I was trying to figure, and making sure I wasn't 5 and 24, because I believe around that time, I possibly was right at 5 and 24. I was really close. And since I had been denied the one time, even though I got reconsidered, I wanted to make sure that I was good to go, especially with Chase. And y'all, even within that, when I had applied for the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, y'all, they had actually denied me, but they reconsidered me without me having to do a reconsideration, because they said that when I had applied, I had low usage on the other credit cards, because I still had, I want to say, 2 credit cards, because I had the Southwest credit card and I had the ISG Premier credit card. And so I really should have made sure I had usage on those credit cards so that I wouldn't get denied. But I wasn't even thinking about that at the time. I was only really focused on, did I have the credit score, and was I not at a 5 and 24? So that's why it's really good to do the research on the credit cards that we want to apply for, so that we can make sure that we have a high probability of being approved. Now, this is one thing that I don't know that I hear people talking about a lot. Now, you'll have to let me know. I think that it's easy to get approved for credit on the one hand, but on the back end, that's when they can hit you with those high interest rates. And that's why I think that it's very important for us to have a high credit score and really taking a look at our profile to see, okay, what's going on, especially with our credit utilization, our payment history, because that's where it can really hit us, especially with those credit card utilization. So you'll have to let me know, what are you thinking with that? Do you think that it's easy to get approved for credit these days? And when you are applying for those other loans, are you worried about the interest rates and things like that? And so let's say for me, that one time that I had applied for the car loan with Navy Federal, I thought my credit score was like a 700 at that time. And I think that was kind of like at the height of the late payments on my credit report. And my credit score was a 681, even though I thought it was a 700. And I still was able to get approved for the auto loan. And I had the lowest interest rate at a 2.19. So I think that it's important, one, to possibly have a regular bank that you're banking with, also having a credit union, because with the credit union, you're building that relationship with them. And so let's say with Navy Federal, you have that internal score. So while they are going to be taking a look at your credit profile and your credit score, with the relationship that you're building with them, I was able with a 681 to get a $20,000 auto loan with a 2.19% interest rate. So I think that that's very important, to have your options with the credit union and the bank. So you'll have to let me know, what are you thinking about this? And do you ever worry about if you're going to get approved for the different credit cards or loans that you are applying for? Well, I hope that you use one of those tips to be able to increase your odds of getting approved for the different credit cards and loans. But let me know in the comments, what are you thinking about this? And I hope that this video was helpful. Please like, subscribe, share with a friend, and turn your notification bell on so you'll be notified when new content drops. I thank you so much for watching. Until next time.